What's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl, Queen Talks Crime. Welcome, 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 welcome. Alright, I'm not sure what I want to title this video. Really don't even know. I think I'm going to title it Unanswered Questions. Because we have unanswered questions, in this case. So I won't forget it, because I be having a lot on my mind. So I got to write things down so I won't forget, because I'll forget. And I'll be looking crazy when I'm done with this video. And, So anyway. What the hell? What's going on with my phone? Oh. It was turned off. But anyway, welcome to all of my subscribers. Welcome to my new subscribers. Thank y'all for subscribing. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll be able to get notified when I upload videos or when I'm eligible, when I start going live and we start talking about a lot of things that's happening and a lot of things that's going on. So I don't want y'all to miss nothing, nada. So make sure you hit the notification bell so you will get all notifications of every time your girl goes live or upload a video when I start going live. Yeah, there you go. All right, so let's get to the Cow City Missing Boys. Oh, what did I push? Why you turn my phone on vibrate? Anyway, thank y'all for the people that are really engaged in the case, that knows the case from A to Z. Thank you for all of y'all comments. Thank you. All right, let's get to it. Let me respond to y'all. I like communicating with my subscribers. I don't know, it's weird. So when I'm able to go live again, like, I'm gonna really enjoy my lives because I love to engage with y'all. I like to hear what y'all think. I like to hear what y'all got to say, what's y'all opinion on cases, because sometimes somebody could be thinking about something that triggers something. Excuse me. No. Somebody can say something or trigger something that you might, that you might have thought about before that you forgot about, or to make you think about something. So that's why I love to have conversations with y'all, and to get what y'all thoughts and opinions, because some things I have thought about, some things I haven't. And sometimes when y'all bring up an idea, it makes me think about it, I don't know if that makes sense, but all right, let's go to it. All right, so the first comment why does it always do this to me, y'all? This shit is crazy. It always do this to me. It's so weird. I don't know. This should be so fucking weird. All right. So, the first comment was, please someone find those boys. So, that's how I feel. Yes. Someone please find those boys. That's exactly how I feel too. Sorry, y'all. I had to shut my door. Ugh. All right. So the first one is someone. Okay, please someone find those boys. That's from Edna Nick, and that was an hour ago. Thank you. Yes, that's the goal, is to find the boys. That's the primary goal, is to find out where they're located, regardless if they're deceased or alive. Renee Fulcher says, watch Duty Ron. He is a retired New York City police officer. He has other people on his channel, on his show. He brings on a lot of members, special teams like that, and they explain to you how the law enforcement side is handled. And it helps me a lot to understand the law enforcement side of it. They have to have evidence or high probability to search a particular area or body of water. I watch Duty Ron. I am aware of him, and I do watch him sometimes. It's good to know the law enforcement side. Also, I went to school to become a police officer, so I graduated, and it was particular reasons why I didn't take the oath. My own personal reasons why I didn't want to take the oath. But I had to do a lot of criminology classes, police science administration classes. And I had to learn a lot of the laws. So that I am very aware of. And I do watch Duty Ron. So that's just a little bit about me. And yes, I do watch Duty Ron. So I am aware of, I am very aware of what he does. So thank you for that. They have to have some sort of idea of what body of water to look in. It's very expensive to do that, so they have to have a high probability that they could be in the body of water to get a dive team to search. The way it looks to me, they could be anywhere. I agree. These boys could be anywhere. You know, no telling where they're at. Like, they could be anywhere. There's a lot of land out there. There's a lot of deserts. There's a lot of bodies of waters out there. So these boys could be anywhere. Okay? I believe the parents got a few months a head start on law enforcement, plus all the kids and family members being involved. It's going to take time to sort out the bullshit and get to the facts. It's so freaking sad. Whoever gave these to those boys need their license pulled and never had a chance to work with children again. I definitely agree with you. They don't need to ever work with children again. They don't even need their own children. And I hope they don't get their kids back until, and they probably won't, because it's not looking good finding the boys. So I doubt they get their kids back, especially with you got 2 of your children gone missing. So I highly, highly doubt that they get any kids, even their own kids, back. All right, so that's from Renee Fulcher. Okay. Let me go ahead and like you. Okay. Bobby Mitchell says, I don't think they were in Cal City. God only knows when they went missing. I definitely agree with you. I don't think they was ever in Cal City either. I believe, my personal beliefs is that the adults got a sniff of whatever the boys' belongings or whatever they touched or sat on or whatever when they were around. I believe what those items was brought to Cal City home, and the dog got a hit off of those items. That's what I feel is why the dog hit in the house. That's what I think happened, why the dog got the hit in the house. Because I don't think personally those boys was there because nobody seen them. Nobody can say, hey, I saw this particular child on this day, da 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 da. Nobody's been able to say that. So I really don't believe they've ever made it to Cal City. All right. Renee Fulcher. She commented again. Oh, my bad. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, she said, what's weird about them burning the van is this. You can burn it, but the frame is still going to remain. So it makes no sense to burn a seat unless you are trying to get rid of evidence. And another thing weird about it is if the fire was around the same time as the last time neighbors in Bakersfield seen the boys, then they missed a birthday party for kids that are same age as Orrin and Orson. The other 4 kids came, but not the boys, and it was strange to the person hosting the party. Okay, that's from Renee Fletcher. So I guess you're speaking of the missing party. I mean, the birthday party that was supposed to be attended. Okay, so you're saying they burned the van seats? Now, I know about a fire. But I don't know the items that was burned. So I'm not aware of items that was burned. So I cannot comment on the van seat because I have no recollection of items that was burned. I know there was a fire. I know they was possibly attempting to burn evidence. But far as burning seats in the vans, I'm not sure of. And I'm sure that the police, I'm not sure if they still have the van in custody, but if so, and I'm sure they are aware of whatever they tried to do. If they did try to burn a van seat, I'm sure when the police got custody and took that van in, that they was able to see every detail, everything, and tried to get the remaining evidence, if there was left in the van, tried to get the remaining of the evidence in. She also says there is no probably they're staying separate. People really close to West family house says she is in the West house. She just stays inside. We're not saying that they're separated. We're speculating. People are speculating. Is there trouble in paradise? Or what's going on? Because we saw them together when they did the interview, when the boys went missing. But we have yet seen them together or seen Jacqueline. We see Trezelle out and about, in and out, walking, this, that, and the third. But we have not seen Jacqueline. So people are speculating what's going on. Where is Jacqueline? So is it trouble in paradise? Are y'all having issues? Is y'all falling apart due to what happened? Sometimes, even when marriages and they happen to lose a child, that does break up parents. Sometimes parents can't stay together if they lose a child together. So, not saying that that's it, but sometimes the grief is too much that it pushes you apart. So, that's just a thought, because did this ordeal that y'all did together, or one did it and the other had to help cover it up, is this ordeal pushing y'all apart? People are speculating because we have not seen Jacqueline. She's not out walking with her husband down the street with a stick and go-go boots and a trench coat. We don't know. I mean, we have not seen her. So people are speculating. So nobody's saying for sure they're separated. Nobody's saying for sure, they're going at it or whatever. People are wondering, where is Jacqueline? Because nobody's seen her face. That's all. That's all that is. And it's kind of funny that we haven't seen her. You don't want no vitamin D? You don't want to come out? Get some vitamin D, Jacqueline? Some sunlight? All right, China Baby says, I've been following this since day one, and I as well never heard that one of the boys was disabled. I haven't heard that until now. Well, yes. Like I said before in my other videos, yes. One of the boys are disabled. Yes, deaf to be exact. Okay, and the bio mom confirmed that. She also was stating that, you know, like I said early on, they had to teach the baby sign language, or, you know, teach him to sign. And they both had to learn it, obviously. I'm not sure when she found out he was deaf, but yes, one of the kids is disabled. Lou UK said, hey girl, new sub here. Love from the UK. Shout out to you. Shout out to UK. Thank you for subscribing. Excuse me. This whole case is very suspicious. Justice for the boys. Very, Suzanne. This whole case is very suspicious. It's not a lot of answers. A lot of more questions than answers. And we understand that the police, the detectives, the FBI, CIA, everybody that's on this case doesn't have enough evidence to go forward with an arrest, and they're not gonna come out and make no statements about anything until they have enough evidence to arrest them or make an arrest. Okay, we're not gonna know nothing really big until they make an arrest, because if they say anything, they'll tip them off. So we just gotta wait. We just gotta be patient, and we gotta wait it out. But it's very suspicious, and it's not looking good for Jacqueline and Trezell. That we're going to say, okay? I think the boy should have stayed with the bio mom. All right, that's from Suzanne. She felt like the boy should have stayed with the bio mom. And everybody, like I said, you're free to have your own opinions and to feel how you feel, as long as we're respectful. I do not mind nobody stating how they feel or their opinion, because a lot of people have their own opinions and their own feelings and their own things of what happened to these boys. Everybody, yeah, they're entitled to. You're entitled to that. You're human. We're entitled to that. I am new to your channel. Love your hair. Thank you. About 9 years now. 9 years growing. 9 years. All right. Casey, good point. They held Lori, so they shouldn't have taken the West End. They lied. That's enough reason to arrest them. I understand, Casey, your point. I want them arrested too. The thing is, they have to have the evidence to make it stick. If they arrest them, they have to have enough evidence where they can stay in jail, not get out on no technicalities, no mistakes, no nothing. It can't just be circumstantial. They need hard, concrete evidence. Little things here and there is a little circumstantial is what we got. I'm sure the police got. There's nothing concrete. There's nothing hard. Yeah, they lied. Yeah, we know they lied. But that's circumstantial. They could say anything. So they lied about looking for the boys. For example, if you see the video on AV Watchmen, Trezell said he looked everywhere. Jacqueline said she did too. She never came out the house. This is an example. Yeah, we know they lied, but they could have said anything of why she wasn't out there. She could say, "Oh, I stayed inside with the kids. That's why I didn't go outside." Whatever lie he could come up with, which I don't know what you can come up with saying you searched everything and you stood there at a tree and didn't search everything. I don't know what excuse you can make with that, but whatever. But it's just circumstantial. That's not proof enough that they did something to the boys. just a lie. But the lie brings red flags, though, and got the police looking more into them because you lied. Why are you lying? You lying? Why? Because you got something to hide? That's why people lie, when they're trying to hide things, right? Okay, so that's sending red flags. So I'm sure the police is looking like, y'all been lying from the beginning. So they're going to stay watching them. I believe they're watching them. And I believe they know they did something. The police said it from the jump. They suspect foul play. They believe that. They said that from the beginning. They suspect foul play. Them boys didn't just... How they get out the yard? So, if they had it, trust me, they would be clink, clink, locked down. They would be arrested if they had enough. Trust me. I want the same, Casey. Ave Grimm, the older kids were taken by Child Protective Services either because of the disappearance or because they found proof of neglect or abuse. Even the chief said they were removed. Yes, we know all the kids were removed. Yes. And Child Protective Services is the ones that removed the kids. That's a fact. The chief came out and said it. If you all watched the interview, the Child Protective Services found reason, suspicion of abuse, neglect, whatever, and all the above. And they moved the remaining 4 the children that the West had in the home or in custody of. Okay? So, yes, they did remove them. All right. Angela, are you the biological mom, cousin? I feel sorry for her. I do not like people talking bad about her. She loves her boys and was railroaded with CPS. Wasn't her fault. Was broken leg. Happened at babysitter. We are aware that the child was injured in a babysitter's care with a broken femur. We are aware of that. We are aware of everything that happened from A to Z when it came to this whole case. What the facts that we are able to be aware of. Let me say that. We don't know everything because they ain't told us everything. But from the beginning to the end, from what been released, we know. So, Angela, we know that the babysitter allegedly had the child when the child had got the broken femur. We do know that. We know that. Okay? We know. We know that this is the thing. We're not going to bash the bio mom, but we're going to be real and we're going to state the facts. At the end of the day, we're not talking bad about her. At the end of the day, she left her child with a babysitter. The baby ended up with a broken femur with the babysitter. The babysitter that the mom chose, that the mom left her child with. Okay, that's a choice. All right? Not only did that, the mom did take the baby to the hospital. So, when the mom took the baby to the hospital, the hospital and the doctors did x-rays, AYZ, evaluated the baby. The baby had a broken femur, strongest bone in the body, and they called CPS. Now, I feel that there was more to it. They did a whole evaluation. Now, hospitals know accidents happen. Hospitals know accidents happen with kids. Kids can be rough and hurt themselves. I have boys. It goes down when it's wrestling time. Things happen. They get it. But they're trained, okay, to know the signs of reoccurring and suspected abuse. So, there had to be some type of, they had to suspect something for them to call CPS. We don't know if this was the only time that the child had a broken bone. We don't know if the child been abused before by this babysitter. We don't know. But the hospital and those doctors and the judge felt like it was enough to take her kids. So that's the only facts that we have, is that they felt like it was enough. Or we don't know what else was in that report. It could have been more than a broken femur. We got to, really do our thinking. So we're not bashing her. People make mistakes and people make bad choices. But every choice we make has consequences. So those consequences is what led to it. And people have chances to redeem themselves too. Also, the bio mom, like I said, we're going to stay facts here, had 2 years. They was at the West House 2 years before they was adopted. 2 years to try to get her babies back. Also, I'm going to keep saying this because this is facts. In the statement that she made, she was trying to get her life together, which basically says her life wasn't together for her boys. Okay, she wasn't together. Her life wasn't together. Okay? So, we're not talking bad about her, but we just stating the facts and also of what she said. She wasn't together for her boys. So how can we say, that's not talking bad about her, but she wasn't together for her children, which led them to be adopted by the West family. Okay? I don't think the West ever lived in the house. Stuff in the house are owners that... Okay, the West was in the house for 3 months. The pictures that y'all seeing floating around is from the owners. When you put the pictures to sell, those are her photos to when she was putting her house out there to sell her house. Okay? Those are her photos. Okay? But the West did live in that house for 3 months. That's when she sold her house. Okay? So they did stay in that house. Now, they might not have had shit in there. But those photos, so don't get it construed. Now, those photos are from when the owner took pictures when she was putting her house on the market to sell it. Okay? So, that is the owner stuff on the photos. All those photos are previous before the West moved in. Okay? That's when she was trying to sell her home. Okay, Angela? Did they take blood tests in hospital to see if baby had other bone dentistry before moving baby? We do not know, but I am sure the hospital, before they took... Are you asking when they took him from the biomom? You got to be asking that. Okay, so I'm sure the doctors did test evaluations. I'm sure they did the whole 9 yards. They did x-rays, obviously, because the baby had a broken femur. And they probably did a whole physical exam from head to toe. And we do not know what all was in that report. I'm pretty sure they did all type of tests before they notified CPS. And they must have been alarmed because they felt like the child was being abused. Okay? Or something was wrong. So they notified CPS of child abuse. Okay? So, obviously, something in that hospital, whatever was going on, was enough to alarm the doctors to call CPS to get them there. Okay? So, we don't know if they took blood tests, but I'm pretty sure they did. Drew blood. I'm pretty sure they took x-rays to see if there was any more injuries or any more broken bones. I'm sure they did that as well. They have found Bill and Diotine. Call Batesville police and ask about Diotine. They have found Bill in dive team. Call Batesville police and ask about dive team. Okay. All right. So this pretty much concludes me responding to all of the comments and questions and statements and y'all's opinions on this video. Like I said, I agree 100% with you guys. This is very sad. This is it's very crazy. It's crazy that we're a little over a month in, and we haven't, there's no sighting of the boys. We don't know where they're at, and we're still at where we're at. So I know it is irritating. I know it is, everybody is aggravated. I get it. I'm aggravated because we're still here in the same as square one. But at the end of the day, I'd rather wait where the evidence can be stacked so high against them, or that can be put away forever for whatever they did to those babies. I'd rather wait for that than to jump the gun and they get out and be free. You know? Because we don't want them to be able to get off. So it's good for us to wait for them to get all the evidence that they need. So when it's time to get their ass, they get their ass. And they are locked up, you know, for good. Let me make sure I got all of y'all's comments. Y'all, I just had to make sure because there was a lot of them. But shout out to y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all. I love how all of y'all are engaging, and thank y'all for engaging, and y'all keep me thinking. Y'all keep my brain going with everybody have their own thought. You know, you keep it, you're keeping the case alive, and you're keeping it going, and you're keeping everything fresh. And new eyes is always great. You never know when you bring a new eyes to a case, okay? But thank y'all. I'm going to get ready in this video. I've been here 32 minutes. So I love y'all. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all continue to like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get all notifications when I upload a video. All right. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me leave y'all with a question. Let me know, when do you think the boys went missing? If you have a time frame, I'll give you my time frame. I believe I can give it up to a year that they've been gone. That's my personal time frame. I'll give it up to a year they've been gone. Leave yours below. Let me know, when do you think the Cow City Boys, Classic and Sincere, how long they've been gone? Leave your time frame. Peace.